My granddad accidentally killed Winston Churchill's dog. Hello everybody and welcome back for a new video. Today I'm going to be doing the BookTube Newbie Tag 2.0. I did the obviously original BookTube Newbie Tag obviously when I first joined BookTube like over 2 years ago. I have come back, my channel was obviously being rebranded, blah, 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 all that stuff, you know. I decided I'd do it again, but I do the 2.0 version. I have not planned this because it was literally last minute that I decided I'd do this one instead of the old one. This could go two ways. It could be great because I'll be just saying what's coming out my mouth and it'll be intelligent, but that's not likely. Or it's gonna be a mess because I don't know what I'm saying, but we'll have to find out. The original video I don't think is available anymore, so I'm not sure who created it. If you could let me know in the comments below, that'd be great, so maybe I can link to the original channel. But for now, I'm just gonna get into the video and answer the questions. So question number one is, what genres would you like to see talked about more on BookTube? I was thinking about this question for like the most of today. Because BookTube is so big now, I don't think that there are any genre of books that aren't talked about that much. I feel like if there was one, it'd be non-fiction, but that's not one that I would like to see more because I don't really read non-fiction. But all the genres that I enjoy, I feel like I already talked about a lot on BookTube. I don't really have an answer to this question. Great start, Charlotte. Question number two is, what do you feel like is the best way to make friends on BookTube? From my experience, which is very small, is being a big part of the Twitter community. 100%. Get yourself a specific BookTube Twitter. That's what I did. It is just the perfect place to follow all the booktubers that you love, find more booktubers to watch, and to just interact with all the booktubers. Replying to people's tweets, answering people's questions on there, just all that stuff, like interacting with people on book Twitter, I think is just the best way, and it's the best way I think in a sense to promote yourself, because when people recognize you and go, oh, they've replied to my tweets a lot, blah blah blah, they'll be like, oh, have they got a BookTube channel, look at it. And that's kind of how I feel like it would work. That is definitely a good way. Also, I think just commenting on people's videos is also a very good way, because again, they'll recognize you and then blah blah blah. I think that's just the best way, because then you'll start creating connections and hopefully you'll make friends. Question number three is, what will / do you enjoy the most about making BookTube videos? For me, I think it's the filming, because I just get to ramble. I get to share all the thoughts that are up in here onto with you guys. So I think that's the best part that I like about it. And also it's just sharing my video out there and then having people comment on them and then talking to people on book Twitter about them. That's, I think, it's another aspect I enjoy. But again, filming I think is definitely one of my favorites, especially when I do my weekly reading vlogs, because it just feels like I'm documenting my life, which is something cool that I can look back on. Question number four is, what will / do you least look forward to when making BookTube videos? Editing. Editing. I have a love-hate relationship with it, because before I started doing it, I'm like, oh, it's so tedious, I hate it, blah blah blah. While I'm doing it, it's not as bad as I first think, but then obviously if I've been doing it for a while, I get tired and I get bored. But I think editing, out of all of it, editing is definitely the worst. And I think just when you've edited your video and you know you've exported it and stuff, it's that kind of prep that you need to do before uploading it. So doing the thumbnail, doing your caption, that stuff is, I think, also quite tedious. You're like, I've got this video, it's here, it's ready, I want to upload it, but you've got all the stuff to do before you have to upload it. So I think the stuff that's prepping the video to be put up, I think is definitely the thing I like the least. I don't hate it, it's just I wish I didn't have to edit. But some of the stuff I say that I cut out, just no one wants to hear. What videos other than tags, TBRs, wrap-ups, reviews and recommendations would you want to see more of? You can tell that this tag is a few years old, because if it was made now, vlogs, reading vlogs would 100% be on here. I would say reading vlogs, but reading vlogs is just the thing on BookTube right now, so it's kind of redundant saying that. I think it's always just so fun when a BookTuber with, you know, more followers creates like a challenge. So like some of the ones that Jessie the Reader has been creating recently, so like Flip the Book challenge and How Well Do I Know My Books challenge, ones like those are just so fun to watch. When people like that create videos of that and they kind of go viral on BookTube, it's just so much fun because they're just really fun videos that I just want to watch everyone do. Kind of challenge-ish, I don't know if you could count that, but like original challenge videos I think are really great, and I would love to see more of those. What are some themes you want to see more or less of in books? Things I want to see more of. I did see a tweet and I cannot remember who it's from and I can't remember when I saw it, but it was saying how instead of having a romance story set in high school where you've got the inexperienced person with love, but then by the end of the book they've got a boyfriend or whatever, there should be more books, or at least a book that follows someone in high school who has 100 unrequited crushes, doesn't follow through on any of them, and by the end of the book they're just the same, that nothing has been accomplished because, hello, I need to see myself represented. For my whole time in like high school and even now, I've been wanting to read books where you have the person who's never been in a relationship and has all these crushes, blah blah blah, and you had that in The Upside of Unrequited, which I really enjoyed that book, but at the end of the book main character still came out with a relationship at the end. But I'm here like, no, I would just love to see a book where they just have all these unrequited crushes. Maybe at the beginning of the book they're really insecure and they're really like insecure about not having had a relationship before or something like that. By the end of the book they're not in a relationship, but they've learned that it's okay, because hello, I needed that when I was a kid. I needed that when I was in like the last 2 years of like high school or school, whatever, because now it's good that I've done that personally. I had to teach myself that. I had to push myself to know that it's alright that I'm 20 years old and I haven't been in a relationship. I had to do that for myself. Well, I would love to see that in a book. Yes, there are some times in my life right now when I'm watching all my friends with their, you know, their other half, and I'm here like, yeah, I have those times when I feel like this is weird that I'm 20 years old and I haven't been in a relationship, but at the same time I'm like, do I care? That is stuff I want to see more in books, less of. There is so much stuff that in books right now that I would love to see less of, but I feel like there's too much that I can't think. Insta-love, I think I talked about this in one of my recent vlogs. I don't like Insta-love unless I already know the characters. Say that it's a companion book or we're a few books into the series or something and we've come to know two characters very well and then they fall in love. That I'm okay with because I know the characters. I've had time to get to know these characters so I can guess and know if they're going to work together. What I don't like is when I've been given these two characters that I need at least 100 plus pages or the whole book to get to know, but already by page 50 they're in love and I'm like, oh, slow down. That is something I would like to see less of. Question number 7 is, what are some of your BookTube goals? I haven't got loads of goals. I'm like, I want to get this many subscribers by this time. Like sometimes I'm like, yeah, it'd be cool to get maybe this many subscribers by him, but I just know it's not going to happen. I'm not really there like, oh, my goal for BookTube is to get 50,000 subscribers. That's not it. If it happens, great! But I'm not even at like 250, so I think my goal is to continue doing this, hopefully longer than I did last time. By doing this and being in the BookTube community like as a creator and as an active member, it means I can always have that space to read books and know all about the good books and all that sort of stuff and to be able to share my thoughts on books. I think that's my goal, is for BookTube to keep my love of books alive, because even though I know it's never gonna not be alive, I think it's just a great way for it to keep it on the steady path, and I think that's my goal. I don't know. Question number 8 is, what advice would you give to a booktuber that has just created their channel? Make what you want. Create what you want to create. Don't think you have to create what other people are creating. Create what you want to create, because you never know. People might see your videos and go, oh my god, that's such a good idea, I want to do that, and then you'll start a trend. Because obviously when I first came back on BookTube, I was like, I only want to do reading vlogs because that's what I felt best and was the easiest way for me to come back on the channel, and it didn't take me long to be like, I want to do videos like this. I started doing these videos because I wanted to. I wanted to create these videos because I wanted to. I think if you are thinking of starting a BookTube channel, don't feel pressurized to be making all the videos other people are making. Yes, if you want to make wrap-ups and TBRs and all those like more kind of mainstream videos, that's fine, do you, but just do what you want to do and an audience will follow. Question number 9 are, what are some qualities or traits that you look for when it comes to watching other booktubers? I feel like I don't have like a list in my head or something like that. I think people who come across as nice people, which is not that hard. I'm not very picky with who I watch. My subscriptions on YouTube is now over 200 and I would say like 70% of that is booktubers, maybe more, I don't know. I'm subscribed to a lot of booktubers and I'm always looking for more to watch, but I definitely don't have like certain qualities that I look for. It's not like, oh, they have to read the same books as me. I just don't really have a list in my head or like an ideology of what of a booktuber that I would like to watch. Just be you. Make sure that you seem like you're having fun and you really are here because you love books. Question number 10 is, what is a fun fact about you or a hobby besides reading and writing that people on BookTube might not know you have? Honey, hobbies, I just don't have them. When it comes to like CVs and they're like, you know, you want to put down your hobbies, I'm not surprised no one wants to hire me when my hobbies are down as like film and TV and reading. Obviously film and TV is what I want to go into as a career, and obviously they don't want to be like going out with my friends, seeing my friends, but that is a hobby for me because it makes me feel good. Apart from reading, I don't have a hobby. Maybe instead of a hobby I can find like a fun fact. What's a fun fact about me? I know, this is completely off the bat, and it's just a way for me to answer this question. I always love telling this story because it's my favourite story to tell. Because you know when you start a new class, especially we did this a lot at uni, you start a new class and you've got completely new people in your class and you're like, don't know anybody, and the teacher's like, right, we're gonna go around the room, you're gonna share an interesting fact about yourself so everyone can get to know you. I have the best fact. Okay, here we go. I always just say it and then wait for people's reactions. I even said this at a job assessment interview. My granddad accidentally killed Winston Churchill's dog. And let me explain that. In 1947, yes, I think it was 1947, when my granddad must have been about 15 or 14, 15. He was working at a hotel along Brighton seafront. Winston Churchill was in Brighton for some sort of political thing, I don't know, and he was staying at the hotel that my granddad was working at, and my granddad was basically tasked with taking his dog Rufus. He's a very famous dog. It's the black poodle. I think it's a poodle that, you know, you always see him with. The road running along in front of the hotel is a really busy road, or I don't know how busy it was back in 1947. So yeah, my granddad was tasked with walking his dog. Dog got off the leash. Bus was coming along. Dead dog. Winston Churchill was really upset about it, that he got a new dog that looks exactly the same as it and called it Rufus II. So that's my fun fact. It's not about me, but it's about my granddad. Question 11 is obviously to tag booktubers, but I'm just gonna say any new booktubers want to do this, you know, or whatever, go ahead and do it. So that is it for the BookTube Newbie Tag 2.0. This went a lot better than I thought, especially as I said that I haven't planned this. And you learned a lot about me, I think. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I don't know what I should tell you to comment, because maybe comment down an interesting fact about you. I can get to know you guys. I'm in a really weird mood right now. So I'm gonna end this video here, and I will see you guys in my next video.